Average at Best Cornhole here, and I wanted to make a quick video explaining how you can fix and repair snags or pulls on your cornhole bags. Now, we all gotten brand new set of bags and you got that first snag or pull and it's frustrating. But there is a way to fix it if it's not that bad. Most of the time snags or pulls, happen with your playing conditions if your boards aren't rounded enough, but also concrete can do it too. I know our driveway is real pitted from salt from being up here in the north, and if the fast side flies off the bag and hits one of those pits on the concrete, it could cause that pull or snag. Now, to explain this a little bit, cornhole bag fabrics, they are fabric. So you can imagine they're just kind of woven over top of each other. And what happens with a pull or a snag is that one of those weaves lifts up and loops. And it's usually like in the middle or off to the side. And when the fabrics are printed on, like they direct print, like put them in presses and put all the ink on top, well, the base fabrics are white. So when that pull does come up and it does loop, everything on either side of that loop, it's essentially pulling the white material fabric out from underneath the other weaves, and it's exposing that white, and that's why it stands out so bad. I have fixed snags with multiple different type of tools. I was using this needle pusher thing for a while. I've used a pocket knife, when I didn't have anything else. And then I found In the Bag Cornhole, and they actually sell a tool that is made specifically for this. It's their snag repair kit. And this thing was a game changer. It made it so much easier. I'm not just saying that. Literally, this has helped me out a ton. It's got a nice loop at the end of that, and it's real sharp, and it's real small at the end. So you can actually loop down underneath, get into that weave, and then you have enough force there to pull up on the weaves, the material, the fabrics, to pull it down in as you work your way down. Now, I'll explain the process in detail a little bit better, but this tool, it's not a gimmick. It really did help me out and made it easier for me to fix the snags. Fixing the snags is simple if you have patience. So the first thing you do is you want to find where that loop is. That loop is where it starts. Now, sometimes you have that loop, you could have a pull off the right side of it, or you can have a pull off to the left side of it, or you can have a pull off of both sides. Off of both sides, that's going to be the hardest one to fix, but it's still possible. So you take your pull and then you just start with the next weave and you pull on it until that pull goes down and seats, and you can actually see with the colors that's printed on top that it's seated. And then literally you created another loop, so you have to go next to that loop and pull it till it seats, and then that slowly gets smaller as you work your way down to the sides. It's that easy, but it does take patience, and that's why I'm saying this tool here, because it is a little bit sharper and it does have that hook, so you can kind of dig into the weave and find the next one to get under as you're pulling up. And what makes it really easy is with that white fabric, you can see where your next weave is just by looking at the colors, and you always want to start with the next white one that you see and pull it up until you fix the snag on the other side and really seat the color. So this repair is not 100% effective. Sometimes you do have pulls or snags that are, you just can't fix, especially if they're real close to the seam, because if you pull the material out from the seam, you're never going to be able to work it back into the seam. So the best thing to do is just work it all the way back to that seam and either burn it or cut it or just leave it, leave a little loop there, because you're never going to be able to get into the thread into the seam. Also, sometimes the weave, the material twists when it gets pulled out, and those are the super hard ones. It's pretty difficult to untwist that all the way out. You can try, sometimes rubbing it with your fingers, or even with that loop on the end of this tool, I use that sometimes, like just trying to twist it back. Once you do get it seated, really work it and try to twist the fabric back to its original position so you get the ink showing how it should be. And sometimes if you do take the bag and pull you know, on either side of that seam, like really stretch the fabric. That's going to help seat it also. So I hope this helps. Quick explanation. You can watch the videos that I had playing to actually show that process. It's kind of difficult to explain. You just got to try it and get it done. And just want to end this with, you want to be average at something, be average at cornhole.